All right, so you tried these questions and you didn't get them. That's okay. Let's go through them. First one, 2p plus 4 equals 10. So this is what we call a two-step equation. And the reason for that is because it takes 2 steps to solve them. Now, when we are doing a two-step equation, the first step that we always do is we deal with the addition or the subtraction, whichever one is in that particular question. So in this question, we have addition. So we're going to get rid of that. The opposite of adding is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 4. Now, whatever I do to the left side, I'm going to do the exact same thing to the right side. So I'm going to subtract 4 here as well. Now these 4s cancel, and I have left 2p equals 6. Now this looks like a one-step equation that we did last week. So hopefully you guys remember, or at least kind of remember, what to do at this point. 2p, that just means 2 times p. The opposite of timesing is dividing. So I'm going to divide by 2. And I'm going to do the same thing to both the left side and the right side. Now these 2's cancel, and I get p equals 6 divided by 2, which is 3. And that's your answer. Now remember that you should always go back and be substituting in to check your work. That's one way to know if you did it right or not. So let's say you went through it and you got an answer, you substituted it and you didn't get it. Then what you should do is try the question again. If you get a different answer, substitute that one and make sure it's right. If at this point you still don't get it, then that's a good time to email your teacher for some help. Okay, let's do the next one. 5n plus 7 equals 32. So once again, this is a two-step equation. The first step is always to deal with the addition or the subtraction. So in this case, there's addition, there's plus 7. The opposite of adding is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 7. Whatever I do to one side, though, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to subtract 7 here as well. Now, these 7's cancel. And I now have 5n equals 32 minus 7. Give you 3 seconds to think about that one. Beep. Okay, the answer is 25. 5n equals 25. Now this just looks like a one-step equation. 5n, that means 5 times n. The opposite of timesing is dividing. So I'm going to divide by 5. Whatever I do to one side, I've got to do to the other. So I'm going to divide this one by 5 as well. These 5's cancel. And what I have left is n equals 25 divided by 5. I'll give you 3 seconds to think about that one too. Beep. Okay, the answer is 5. Now, like I said before, you should always go back and substitute to see if you got the right answer. If you forget how to substitute, the first video in this set of slides goes through how to do it. So go back and watch that video again if you need some help with that. Last question. $53 equals 4r minus 11. So first thing that we always do is deal with the addition or subtraction. The last 2 questions have had addition. This one has subtraction. Just a little hint, they'll never be both addition and subtraction. They'll just be one. So subtracting 11. The opposite of subtracting 11 is adding 11. Whatever I do to one side, I have to do to the other. Now these 11's cancel, and we've got 53 plus 11, which is 64, equals 4r. Now this looks like a one-step equation. 4r, that means 4 times r. Now you might have a question here. Why are we looking at this side and not this side? The reason for that is there's no operation over here. It's just 64. It's not 64 times anything, 64 plus anything. It's just 64. Since there's no operation, we can't really do anything with it. That's why we're doing this side. This side has an operation. It has a multiplication. The opposite of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. 64 divided by 4 will give you 5 seconds to think about that one. Beep. The answer is 16. So 16 equals R, or R equals 16. Okay, thanks for watching, guys.